Hey guys, it's Candy back with another video. So today I wanted to focus on how to braid the hair for crochet style if you're having thinning hair. Yes, so this is the safest way, the best braid pattern, and I'm just dropping some tips and tricks for you guys if you're experiencing this condition, or if you're a stylist and you have clients with similar conditions. This braid pattern is very suitable for a crochet style. So let's get right into it. So the first tip is always add braiding hair. With thinning hair, the hair is not strong enough usually, and there's not enough volume for you to braid the hair on its own, and so you won't have a firm enough foundation for your crochet style if you try to braid thinning hair without adding hair. So definitely add a piece of hair. It doesn't have to be long if the person's hair is long and thin, but if their hair is on the shorter side and thin, you want to add a long enough piece of braiding hair just to give you not only the fullness but also the length that will create the volume to give you, that braid pattern that you are desiring. All right, so I'm continuing to do so for this particular braid pattern. I am braiding the hair in the front to the half mark. Yeah, so all of the hair in the front will be braided to the half mark. You will notice on the side that there is a portion of hair that is sleeked down. She is going to be leaving that portion of her hair as is because she's styling it that way. So I'm just over onto the other side and just carefully making sure that you're not braiding the hair tightly. That is key. And on the subject of tightness, let me just make it clear from the get-go, because in past videos I've been getting comments about, it not being very practical for, people to be braiding people's hair if their hair is in this condition. Well, guess what? Not everybody with their hair in this condition is just comfortable walking around with their hair looking like this. Yeah, they want their hair to be looking nice and attractive and stylish at the same time. And so yeah, definitely people are going to still want to get their hair done. You just have to make sure that you do it in the safest way and in the way that will not cause their hair further damage. All right, so just be careful about that. So now that we're done with the front section, I'm just parting off a section of hair in a circular pattern. Yes, because we're doing the beehive braid pattern. The beehive braid pattern is the best braid pattern if you're trying to create volume. Braiding the hair all the way back, especially if you have thinning hair, will leave wide gaping spaces in between each braid, and that will not give you a nice full hairstyle. So doing the beehive braid pattern, guys, that will definitely give you a lot more surface area on which to add your crochet hair. All right, so just continue to part off the hair in a circular section, being careful not to part them too big, or not to make the partings too wide, because at the same time you're trying to close up as much of those gaps as possible so that the hair looks nice and full. That is the key, to ensure that the hair looks nice and full. And even though when the hair is installed you might not be seeing underneath, or you definitely won't be seeing underneath, you have to also realize that there are instances where the breeze might blow your hair. Yeah, somebody might lift up your hair for some reason, or for whatever reason your scalp gets exposed. You do not want to be looking at all scalp and no hair. So yeah, let's make those braids as close as we possibly can so that we can fill in as much crochet hair as possible on top of it. All right, so as you go, as soon as you realize that you don't have enough length to work with to continue the braid, just keep feeding in more pieces of regular braiding hair. That's what I'm using. Just your regular expression braiding hair is what I'm adding. As soon as the hair gets too thin or short, I will just add more hair, continuing to go around and around in a circle. And you can see, guys, how much room is created in order to receive the crochet hair that we're going to be attaching. And speaking of crochet hair that we're going to be attaching, guys, you have to stay tuned because my next upcoming video will be the actual installation of the hair on this client. So you definitely want to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed so that you guys can see, you know, this, the next, and many more contents to come, and many more contents that were created in the past. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. All right, so we have one tail, and of course you're going to use your crochet tool and just weave that tail through and through the braid. The hair is nice, neat, not tight at all. I can't tell you that. I'm always asked as I'm braiding, is it too tight? Is it too tight? Is it too tight? All right, so we are done. And guys, you can see, especially in that top crown area where the hair is still spaced. Yes, everything in the back looks nice and you know, ready to receive the crochet hair. But on top, I think that there is a lot of scalp still showing. So I'm going to go in with a piece of mesh. Yes, and to sew that down onto her braids. I'm not gonna cover the entire back area. I'm just gonna cover the first 3 or 4 rows, that section that is, you know, looking very sparse. And this will not only create more foundation for you to crochet here on, so you can actually crochet the hair onto the net itself, onto each of those holes. You can actually put the crochet hair through that section. But although I'm not going to be adding here to every, you know, single hole on that net, at the same time, if you're to, you know, move the hair away, you will not be able to see the scalp so noticeably because the net kind of darkens it, and so it gives it a more natural look, and the scalp won't be as visible. All right, so we're just gonna continue to braid everything down, making sure that the net is nice and firmly secured. So I'm reinforcing it with the thread and just going around to cover all of those 4 first rows that I am actually trying to cover. All right, so now that we are done, you're gonna just use your scissors and cut off the excess netting all the way around. And so the actual section that you're using is going to be nice and flat and not easily detectable at all. It's still breathable. And so she also can go ahead and, you know, add oil to her scalp if she so choose while wearing her crochet style. So this is all I wanted to show you guys. Stay tuned for the installation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will talk to you on my next one. Bye.